What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, MC that writes fiction. We're back at it with another reaction video. Now, this one is for the top 10 best team anime fights by VinnyTube. Now, hopefully, we bypass copyrights and everything like that as far as with the anime. That's why I haven't done a couple of, top moment reactions when it comes to anime, but hopefully we can maneuver through that. We'll find out when it comes time to upload. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like, subscribe with notification bells on. We are on the road to 1K subscribers. So definitely help a brother out by doing those things. It helps with the algorithm and gets me in front of those who may resonate with my content. So holla at your boy. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it.
Team battles in anime are awesome. While it's great to have some one-on-ones, and arguably some of the most memorable battles in anime history show, the team battles are no slouches either. At its core, the good team battle allows for a showcase of how two often contrasting fighters fight together, and at its best, the team battle becomes a culmination of the character's story.
That's my joy right there, man. This one was dope too in Jujutsu Kaisen. Yo, let me know if y'all seen the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. I still haven't seen it, but I
monster of a final villain. I'd hate to keep you waiting, so let's dive in. Starting this off is Hunter x Hunter's Chrollo versus Zeno and Silva.
Ooh, see, I didn't finish Hunter x Hunter. I've seen a lot of the top fights, but I haven't seen this.
Hunter x Hunter has no shortage of team battles, but one thing that really stood out to me is seeing Zeno and Silva battle.
Pulled out the novel.
In addition to seeing the strong fighters duke it out, I love this fight for how much it highlights the impact having an ally can have, especially if that's another powerful ally who can come up with strategies on the fly. Chrollo finds himself on edge as he's forced to switch tactics on the go due to the team up, and it adds another dimension to the fight that we don't often see. The battle didn't finish normally as the Zoldyaks abandoned their mission, but you can truly see how a team up of two top-tier fighters can push someone as strong as Chrollo to the limit. Despite what the characters themselves say, I think even serious Chrollo still would find it difficult to beat the Zoldyaks.
Dang. Yo, they was ready to annihilate homie, man. Dang.
Travel to Japan for cherry blossom season? Then grab a box full of sakura candies.
Coming up is Asta and Yummy versus Dante.
This is my joy. If you haven't, I'm not gonna spoil it, but we'll just say if you haven't read the manga, then read the manga. Because if you thought that this one was dope, there's another team up that's up there.
It's your mentor who's got your back, who's your best
This is just so dope.
And this fight is more than enough proof of that. After a long
I was so hyped seeing this animated.
It was refreshing to see Asta finally reaching the point of being able to fight alongside his mentor as equals, even if that means overcoming his limits to do it. It took a while, and it's at this point where we truly see
this
Asta
was so freaking
kid early on into a full
this fight was. This is when you know that they got paid.
That's been looking out for him since the start. The fight being amazing ends up becoming second fiddle to the whole emotional investment thing.
Die, bitch.
Why stop at duos when you can have everyone join the party like Ordinal
I haven't
Scout's
seen
final
this
boss
one.
fight?
I've seen it in a couple of top moments, but I haven't seen it in
As a fan of SAO, I really recommend watching Ordinal Scale. Even as a mostly standalone movie, it's one of the best the franchise has to offer, and it has elements that become relevant in alicization. There are many things to look out for, but the highlight must be the boss fight against an incarnate of Radius, a hopeless boss fight against what's supposed to be Aincrad's original.
Yo, she was getting across. You see that, like, yo.
As Asuna
like,
brings in almost every named player from all the games into the mix. Everyone gets to get their shots in, and we're treated to some spectacular movie visuals of Asuna and Kirito landing their signature moves, formally closing by giving us the satisfaction of seeing Aincrad being cleared. It's something that the original story never got to, and it feels cathartic having this movie give us the pleasure of seeing it.
Dang.
Right after that comes another cinematic tie-in, My Hero Academia, The Two Heroes.
I haven't seen the movie. I've seen some of the show, read some of the manga. It just... you would
I've said
think
it
that
before,
it,
and it still holds true that
you
My
know,
Hero
like,
Academia, the two heroes, is a
you would think that, I don't know, maybe I just haven't given it enough, or, you know, I don't know what it is with My Hero Academia. Like, I know RDC World One on Anime House, they kind of like had a part in it where it was the main protagonist from My Hero Academia with like some of the other main protagonists and other animes, and it was, they kind of touched on it there as well, because it's just all like, I don't know, I just can't, I don't know, maybe I need to give it another chance.
damn
They
good
have
movie
some
and
dope
inclusion to the
fights,
franchise.
you know,
I
that
just
I
love the movie
see.
for the easily digestible plot, the themes it
I'm not
embodies,
sure.
and this awesome final battle. A final battle which sees the mostly sidelined All Might come through and give Midoriya the hand he needs to defeat the seemingly invincible Wolfram. I get goosebumps when Yusei Run played as hero and mentor proceed to kick ass and beat the hell out of the transformed Wolfram. One of the best moments that year in the world of anime, and it serves as yet another one of Midoriya's highs, a time he seems to have transcended even his idol in greatness. If you're a fan of My Hero Academia in any way, come watch this movie. It's worth the time, if for just this moment alone.
Okay, I might take your word for it, Vinny2.
And if this list has so far been worth your time, then please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 1 million subs by the middle of the year, and we need a little bit more help getting to that finish line. Whether we make it or not, all depends on you. So if you like the video and you're still not subscribed, then please do so. We move on with Father versus Everyone.
I definitely see this one. Not in the context. This was another show that I saw bits and pieces, but I know it's a good show. Like, I do want to watch
in a series
it.
with so many explosive powers that ought to make anyone pop out of their seat, the final battle ends up being a battle of wills more than anything. That's what makes Full Metal Alchemist such an awesome shonen. Despite having all those cool abilities, it's a title that doubles down on its philosophical themes, and it shows in this final battle. At this point, Father is pretty much God. There's just no way any kind of physical powers would do him in. Even Mustang's powers, assuming he's even able to fight at this point, would do any good. But here we are, seeing Father get defeated by the sheer potential and power of everyone working together. It's symbolic that Ed finally finishes him with the good old fists, and it's so satisfying to see one at the pinnacle of evolution meet his end against the scrappy power of human will. There's so much more to FMA than this battle, so make sure to start watching the series.
Like, yeah, then the music, yo, they had
Todo
this.
and Yuji versus Hanami.
Alright, this was definitely dope. I ain't even gonna lie. Personally, I feel like the Black Clover, Yami and Asta should have been up there, but at least it was on the list. I can't lie, this was dope. When I see this in the show, I was all like, yo.
Quickly built team chemistry in action in this battle is such a great moment. Gojo stole the show at the end, but the teamwork that the two displayed prior to that is something else, don't you think? And that's not even getting to the amazing animation we got for this whole fight.
For real,
then
this
again,
animation was
how well
so
the rest of the
dope.
major fights and key highlights for Jujutsu Kaisen have been animated, it's not surprising for some of you to overlook it. After all, what's gold becomes less valuable when you've got so much of it. And of course, we have to talk about Demon Slayer.
Oh my gosh, this one was so dope. This one, I was so hyped. I think I want to do a review on season 2, man. This got me so hyped, man.
The Demon Slayer manga had. Despite lasting for well over half the season's run, the Daki and Gyutaro fight in Demon Slayer never felt that long. Perhaps it's because of the magic of how the fight was structured. It's not just a slugfest featuring the same combatants, and with the main focus being ever shifting, it instead feels like a series of connected fights. You get a bit of Tengen versus the Upper Moons, and then there's the Gamado siblings teaming up in an epic showdown. And the sheer
this was such an epic fight.
Stretch very immersive. Face it, time just flew by when watching this fight. Do I even have to talk about the animation at this point, though? It's Demon Slayer. It's UFO Table. You know what to expect.
That was such an yo. I just got free. Yo,
Lest we forget,
I just got like chills because that fight was so, and the thing was, I didn't watch it like back to back. I watched it as each new episode came out, and yo, season 2 is just so ridiculously dope, guys. Not like Demon Slayer in general is just so ridiculously dope. I want to know because a lot of, if you notice my channel, it may seem random, but I'm a writer. All this stuff has to deal with stories. And I'm actually very fascinated with the type of not just attention, but how Demon Slayer has been able to reach as many people as it's reached. Like, is it the storyline? Is it the execute? Because I think the manga is pretty popular as well. And is it just like the storyline was like people really liking as far as like the whole brother sister thing, and then him being a demon slayer, and just like was the story just like that freaking good? 'Cause I mean, it is. I mean, I've definitely read some of I've watched the first 2 seasons, but I feel like Demon Slayer was an interesting phenomenon, and I'm trying to, what do y'all like about Demon Slayer? Let me know in the comments.
Move on to another UFO table production.
Haven't seen the Fate Stay. It's always popped up in a lot of stuff. This one is Sword Art Online.
Ryder and Shiro have to be one of the strangest combinations that worked out so well. Nothing about Shiro makes me think that he'd make a good partner for Ryder, but seeing how they took it to the unstoppable Saber Alter gave me some second thoughts. What I like about this team up with Ryder is how the two of them strategized and played to their strengths. Perhaps it has to do with Shiro knowing his former servant's tendencies, but with how they work together, you wouldn't know that they've pretty much known each other as battle partners for a while. Of course, the highlight is more of Ryder's epic attacks and how the entire cavern breaks apart in a clash with Saber Alter. You could just feel the cataclysmic energy watching the sequence, and this battle serves to highlight Ryder's true strength, which is a good thing, because Ryder gets jobbed out early on in the other routes.
Dang. I know with some of these, I gotta see it in the context. This one was dope. I'm not even gonna lie, this one was super dope. With some of these, I know that you gotta see it in the context of the story for like some of these things, and some of them I have seen in the context, but even then, some of these are just really, really dope. But yeah, this one was super dope. They knew they had to. We needed this, man. We needed this freaking fight, man.
And here's where the All-Stars make their glorious comeback. After what seemed like forever, Naruto and Sasuke finally returned to fight together in Boruto, and it's a moment that we'll remember for the ages.
It was such a great fight, man.
It requires no less than the finest in the franchise to fight together once again to take him down. No joke, this is probably the most popular Boruto has been in ages, and while nostalgia had something to do with it, it seems that the anime team also went the extra mile to make this fight super special.
They got paid. They definitely got paid.
The anime has never looked as good as it did when
I wonder, just like the animation studios, when they see this, and especially when some of these are on the big screen. But hey, check out ViddyTube. This video was super dope. I want to say my favorite. Oh man, there's a lot of them. If I were to say my top 3, based on the ones that I've actually seen in the context of the show, I would definitely have to say Black Clover, Asta and Yummy versus Dante. I would definitely have to put this Naruto and Sasuke. It would probably have to be the Jujutsu Kaisen one. Yeah, those would probably be my top 3. Those would be my top 3. Let me know y'all's top 3 from this list in the comment sections. But anyways, guys, Mr. Composition MC, that writes fiction. Make sure to hit a like, subscribe, and notification bells on. We're on the go to 1K. Okay. And make sure to check the description for my album, Earthship. You can listen, stream, download that. I got my cannabis graphic novel, The Most Random Manga Ever. And then I got my work of fiction, a novella, Ideas of Illusion. All that link in the description. You can get digital or physical. So what do you do it? But as with Composition, see that writes fiction. Peace. ain't ready for the return to fall. Maybe I should be asleep, but these full moon vibes got me in the deep. Emotional roller coaster strapped in my seat, ready for a trip to find what I seek. Passing through the galaxy into my office, translating thoughts into deep science. Got the sun in my pocket, build your resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the soloists of boss. At the heart of my winter, there's an invincible summer. Invincible summer.